I actually stayed here in 2000, the summer of 2008, briefly, at the end of my run, before I went into the program of Teen Challenge. It's on a nightly, we house women in here. This is it was started in I think 1999 for men, but just over the past 6 years, they've been housing women in here too. And so it's something when they break down the chapel and they have women, we can house up to 25 women in this room to give them, you know, they get the nightly meal, they have the chapel service, and then we feed them, and we do a devotion, we pray them in, give them their beds, their beddings, and anything that they should need, we try to, you know, meet them if we can, from clothing to toiletries, and of course, most importantly, I believe, is the spiritual, you know, ministering to them the loving grace of Jesus Christ and praying with them. The vision of the Providence Rescue Mission is to help the community in large, like with all kinds of needs. I mean, I've seen people come here who just got apartments and get, like, you know, furnishings. We give out food on a weekly. You sign a list and you can come and get bagged food. There's just so many. I have ladies who come in off the streets and they'll say to me, hey, you got any shampoo or conditioner? And I go downstairs in the closet and get them. I mean, it's just in large. Also, the newest venture for the rescue mission is Grace's House, a new women's home, and very excited about that, a transitional home for mothers and children. It's going to be awesome. Grace's House is a new venture for the mission. It's a new women's home. It was fully donated by a donor. I believe it was a sole donor, and then it was like gutted out, and each room was taken by different churches, and Bank of America did the top floor, and it's just it's fairly new to the mission, so it's not quite open yet. They're in the process of hiring more RAs and women RAs, and when it's open, it's going to be a place where women can come in, you know, get their lives together, trained jobs, be fed the word of Christ daily, you know, Bible studies, and just any component that could be met, mothers and children on the top floor. So I'm pretty excited about that. A lot of times the ladies will come in and they'll just be elated just because of what they went through in a day. And I have no idea what they went through in a day. But I just tell them one thing. I say, just sit there and relax. Go grab a cup of, I'll get you a cup of coffee, or you want a soda, and just breathe. You're in God's house now. You can rest. Like, you know, you're protected under His wings. And they get it. They do. I've seen them actually say, there is something different about this place. They don't even, might not know it. They might be atheists, but they get it. I think it's, they do the Bible studies. They got to do the work. You got to do the work within. Like, you know, you're dealing with your issues. You get counseling. I know that. Like, we see there's a Jan on staff who, she's the biblical counselor, and you're getting fed different components for your spiritual growth, for your, just to be a productive member back into society is huge. Like, you know, your work therapy, all of it is in a whole, you know, the part of the discipleship program. And then you're getting fed the gospel of Jesus Christ, spoon-fed every day. That's great. And on all levels of aspects, you start to grow, and until you can fly and go on your own wherever God leads you, or if you stay on and work here. Yeah. There are many ways that people can come into the rescue mission and help. They can, if they have a servant's heart and they want to serve, they can serve in the kitchen, preparing foods, help serve the community. They can go down to Blessingdale's, and we call it Blessingdale's. It's a little like store setup that we have, and hand out clothing. They can donate clothing. They can donate clothing and pass them out to the community. We take all kinds of donations. They can sponsor monthly, give monthly donations. And there's many ways to support this ministry. Right now we're needing women to get on board for the women's home for Grace's House. So that's a newest venture here, and we're in need of, the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. I'm called here. I know that, especially how I got involved in this right after Teen Challenge. I just went full force into volunteering here. I felt a draw, I felt a calling here. And I kept telling my mom that, and she was like, well, maybe it's the Lord. And so I just volunteered in the ladies' room, and then Sean calls me, and I was putting applications in everywhere else, and hearing no response, praying on God to, lead me to a job. And Sean calls me downstairs and says, "Hey, how would you like to work with the ladies?" I think my heart just went like, yes, of course. It's like, it's what I had in my heart. So what God, God puts those desires in your heart. It's giving back. I mean, I can relate to a lot of the ladies, seeing that I stayed in this room, and stayed at the mission for the short stint that I did. I was here, I was amongst them, so I can relate in a lot of ways where they are, where I come from. Just to come down and see us and take a look, and just even like be a spectator to see what goes on here in a day, and you'll just see the hand of the Lord moving in people's lives, and it's just exciting to be a part of. And if you want to come down and